Please stand as Mrs. Hobbs's class leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Hello and welcome to this week's Hornet Buzz. Today is Friday, January 27, 2017. Today we'll be showing you some very exciting stories. We will show you some fun stuff, but you have to stay quiet so you and your friends can hear the buzz. Enjoy this week's Hornet Buzz.
100th day of school. Yesterday, January 26th, was 100th day of school. Kindergarten celebrated with centers. Some did 100 cups and made a tower. Some also did a countdown or 100 puzzles. A 100-year-old lady named Anna McLeod visited kindergarten classrooms. She told them stories about her life. First grade had stickers hidden all across the room. They had to find them. They all had to dress up as if they were 100 years old. The teachers dressed up too. Guess how many days are left in school? 80 days left.
In the last weeks, Davenport students have been working on their 2017 resolution projects. They wrote their personal goals they planned to set. Each grade level made a different project. Lots of kids were ready for a cool 2017 year. Others wanted to learn more math and help their family members. Awesome job, Davenport!
In December, Mr. Garber and Mrs. Lebron's class adopted a calf. They ended up adopting the same calf, so they named it Sparky. Every month since, they get an update. Right now, she's 5 months old and growing quickly. She likes to also hang out with other cows and eat. The first graders really seem to be enjoying it.
We have some new student teachers at Davenport. This is Mrs. Stoudemire. She is Mrs. Spence's student teacher, and she is from Eureka and attends Eureka College. She is working for an elementary education degree, and she would like to teach kindergarten through 3rd grade. This is Miss May. She is Miss Steffen's student teacher. She is from Naperville and attends Illinois State University. She is working for an elementary education degree. She wants to teach 1st grade. This is Mrs. Peters. She is Room 41 student teacher. She is from Hayworth and attends Bradley University. She is working for an elementary special ed degree. She wants to teach 5th grade. Welcome to Davenport, ladies. We got new Chromebooks, monitors, and keyboards. Before Christmas break, the PTO purchased 48 Chromebooks, 27 new monitors for the computer lab. The Chromebooks were split between Mrs. King and Mrs. Chapman's classes. The PTO made enough money so we could have our new monitors and Chromebooks. Mrs. Wessner and Mrs. Ryan wrote a grant for our 27 new keyboards in the computer lab. Enjoy the new Chromebooks, keyboards, and monitors. Guess who? Mr. Siuda. Good morning. We are here with Mr. Siuda, whose job is a kindergarten and 1st grade special education teacher at Davenport Elementary. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Siuda.
My pleasure.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Illinois State University.
Tell us about your family.
I am married. My wife's name is Katie, and I have a son named Seth, and I have a daughter named Abigail.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have 2 dogs, a bulldog named Mimi and a boxer named Arthur.
If you could be any Disney character, who would it be and why?
Well, I guess it could be Mickey Mouse. Oh, gosh. Oh, maybe it could be Goofy.
But, I guess Stitch. Stitch would be the one. Because he's very mischievous.
List 5 adjectives that describe you.
5. Can I just pick 2? How about patient and silly? Silly would be the other one.
When did you decide to become a teacher and why?
Pretty much right out of high school, I wanted to be a teacher, just because I thought in the classroom I could help kids the most.
If you could choose one dance move to do the rest of your life, what would it be?
Dance move. Have you heard of the sit still leg up? Yeah, it's like this. Pretty much do this. That's pretty comfortable. And that'd be the dance move I would do.
If you could change into an animal, what would it be and why?
If I could change into an animal, it would probably be a pony because my throat's a little sore, so I'm a little hoarse. Little horse. Pony.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. Siuda's family. Mr. Siuda's dogs, Mimi and Arthur.
Did you try everything on the map test? Yes? Or no? No, 7, and yes, 212. Yes wins!
Jump rope for heart. If you want Rory McPherson III, you will have to raise $5. If you want Jade Schutz, you will have to donate $20. Jenny Kicks will be $35. If you want Mr. Tusker, you can get him when you make your first online donation. Take Savannah Bolt home when you raise $85 online. Take Finley Chillerton home after you raise $100. Hope you collect all of the Jump Rope for Heart Zoo Crew animals.
Mrs. Birchie and Mrs. Bear's Indian posters. Mrs. Birchie and Mrs. Bear's class made Indian posters. They did this to understand what an idiom is. The students drew a picture of what the idioms say, and they wrote what they really mean at the bottom. Great job, Mrs. Bear and Mrs. Birchie's class.
Hi, Davenport. Fiona's not here because she moved. Sorry. So, we're at the place where the president works, but we are going to talk about how they become president.
The people running for president were Bernie Sanders, Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and more. In order to become president, they had to do a special voting. In order to vote, you have to write down who you want for president on a piece of paper. Put it in a box, and then they count them up.
The winner was Donald Trump.
His inauguration was on January 20th at 12 o'clock Eastern Time.
In order to become president, the president-elect has to say a speech. When they are done with that speech, they are president.
Thank you for your time.
What is Mr. Dohner's favorite sport?
My favorite sport to play is
A. Rhythmic gymnastics. B. Golf.
C, baseball. Or D, basketball.
golf.
Golf wins!
You know know that a space shuttle called the Challenger was built in 1858 and it had its last flight in 1986. It was named after the HMS Challenger. It traveled 25,803,949 miles. It also went on 10 missions. Overall, it was in space for 63 days, 7 hours, 56 minutes, 22 seconds. It had 995 orbits. Hope you learned a lot.
Calendar. January 27th, Chinese fan dance and dinner. February 3rd, Super Change Friday. February 3rd, PBIS teacher pick a midterm celebration. Have a great week!
And that's all, folks.